classes. I'm recording this video more or less against my will. See, I got another email. Still not the important one, but telling me I needed to do this today or else I might be fired because apparently I'm not fulfilling the minimum presence engagement. You see, I decided, I think wisely, to skip their COVID-19 chickenpox party that they threw for the faculty and staff, have us all come to campus to breathe on each other, and apparently I missed some important information about how often we're supposed to be recording these videos. So I feel like I have to level with you about maybe why I haven't been the most engaged teacher the past, I don't know how long. Level with you about my circumstances. My wife has left. I presume to her family, but I really don't know where, because I can't get in touch with her. Her abandonment has been hard on me and on our kids. And like I said, I'm only recording this now because I got this very bizarre and unfeeling email from Carla Cranes, our ASS, regarding, I'm going to read from it, the nature and content of my videos and my lack of control over what is going on in my own class and in my own life. Apparently, she doesn't know that I don't have access to Blackboard, but she has a lot of information about how bad things are in my personal life. Raj, I think you and I are going to have a talk about what she could possibly mean by that once things settle down. You have been editing my videos before you post them on Blackboard, haven't you? Carla's email said other things too. Things that make me think that she has a listening device in this house. Maybe I wasn't far off when I called her a commissar. But I have been awake for going on 50 hours now, and I've searched the whole house, and I haven't found that little bug. And I'm starting to suspect that Raj might be the culprit. You think I don't remember what you said to me, Raj, when I failed you and the whole history of the Eurasian STEP class? Because of your collective dishonesty on that Xiongnu Han compare and contrast assignment? You think I don't remember what you said? You promised me that there were not going to be any problems. We are going to have a conversation when this is all over. So now, I am trapped in this house that is ruled by a vindictive and capricious Khan who goes by the name of Patches. That stuffed animal is definitely the top dog in this house. I don't know where my wife is. Just, one cryptic text telling me that she was fine and to tell the kids not to worry, and then nothing. No responses to my text. Where are you? Where did you go? Are you safe? What the hell is going on? Nothing. And my wife Agnes, look, you should all know. Here's the deal. We met in undergrad. We went to grad school together, and we were both on the job market at the same time. And it's not that I'm better. It's not that I'm smarter. I just happened to be the one who got the tenure track job, so we moved here to Catawampus College. And she didn't get the job, and I know that was hard for her, and I didn't do enough to acknowledge that, how hard that must have been, all that training just to move with me for my job. She has the same degree that I do, but you've got to understand that this right now is my tenure year. Right, I'm putting together my tenure application now. It's due at the start of next academic year, and I don't know if you know how much of a strain that is, how time-consuming it is, how stressful it is, how many documents you have to gather, how much you have to prove that you did this, you gave that talk, you were actually at that conference. It's just so much work. and it has taken up all of my time and all of my energy. And I have put off the couples counseling that she wanted to get, and I have put off getting therapy for Penelope and Patches, just because I was so focused on trying to get that little stamp that says I will not get fired, that we will have food, that we will have a roof over our heads forever. We are so close. I know I'm going to get tenure. I've checked all the boxes, and most importantly, I have Dr. Moody's support. He is not always the most available person. He's not always accessible, but every single review he has written for me, every year-end review, has been glowing. He approves of my job in the classroom. He likes my research. He approves of the way I think about history, and I know I have his support. So there is light at the end of this tunnel. I am going to get tenure, and then if I can ever get in touch with Agnes again, she'll come back, and we'll have time to do all those things. I can be the husband that Agnes deserves. I can be the father that I've wanted to be. My wife, we met in undergrad. I skipped out on going to a baseball game that I really wanted to go to because there was this amazing girl. And instead of going to the baseball game, we just took this walk around beautiful town, Hanover, New Hampshire, and just the leaves were starting to turn color. And I couldn't even look at them. I kept walking in to the branches because I couldn't take my eyes off of Agnes. Just too distracted. And, we always joked that whenever I would bump, clumsy, whenever I would bump into something, it would be, oh, you must be in love. And I am. Agnes, at some point, I hope you see this, because I can be that boy again. I know we're only here because you followed me here. But I promise we will work to make sure that you are happy and satisfied as well. Just as soon as Dr. Moody signs the email. Let me see, what is this? Dr. Windshares. What is this? It's a video from Dr. Windshares.
Greetings to the faculty, staff, and students of Catawampus College History and Gender Studies programs. As I am sure you all know, I am Dr. Terry Windshares, and I speak to you today with, as the email subject line proclaims to you in its dramatic crimson font, an urgent matter in the life of our departments. Now, before I proceed, I must issue a content notification for COVID-19 and other illness-related subject matter. It is unpleasant, but unavoidable. And as we proceed into the content of my message, let me assure you that we will come through this trying time together. Now, in order to more cogently receive the news I am about to impart, I invite you all to breathe with me. Now, I just got off the telephone with the president of Catawampus College, Dr. Robert Moreland, and he has informed me that our own dear Dr. Moody, the venerable chair of the history program for more years than many of us can recall, has unfortunately taken ill. Now, before panic sets in, you must know that Dr. Moody's symptoms are not consistent with COVID-19. As a matter of fact, and Dr. Moody has given permission for us to share this information. The stress of this exceptional time has, it seems, exacerbated some already existing issues with his heart that put him at increased risk in the case of infection. And so, in order to lower the strain on his system and in order to keep both Dr. Moody and his family safe and healthy and happy, he has made the extraordinary decision to enter an expedited retirement timeline effective immediately. This heroic act of self-care leaves, as you are obviously aware, a gaping abyss in the leadership of our program. But Dr. Moreland has acted swiftly to install a new chair to ensure continuity of our work. And it is in that capacity, as the new chair of the now merged History and Gender Studies program, that I speak to you now. It is no secret that Dr. Moody and I did not always see eye to eye about our program or about the complexities of our world, but one thing that we could consistently agree on was our strong admiration for each and every member of our program. And though they may vary wildly, our visions for the future of this program have been and will remain strong. Make no mistake, there will be change to come. And though change can often cause unrest, anxiety, unease, the first bit of change is, I venture to say, universally positive. I cannot think of one single person who would take issue with the very exciting announcement of an emergency hire that has been approved to reduce my teaching load, allowing me to focus more mindfully on the important administrative work demanded by this unprecedented moment. I am delighted to announce the hiring of Dr. Agnes Davenport as Associate Professor of History and Gender Studies. Dr. Davenport's credentials will be detailed fully in the press release that will be disseminated tomorrow, but I can tell you that the unusual tenured appointment of Dr. Davenport is in proportion to her remarkable set of experiences negotiating challenging academics and turbulent interpersonal waters. And in her, we are gaining an insightful, progressive, and visionary voice to support and shape the refocusing of our scholarly profile. Now, I do not claim that the weeks and months ahead will be easy. Our shift to online teaching and learning has already tested our collective mettle, and I suspect that there will be no shortage of resistance to a mode of scholarship that decenters the accustomed privileges of the hallowed ivory towers of the academe. We look to the future, knowing that the past has not always shown us to be the best versions of ourselves. We look to the future, knowing that clinging to the past is the refuge of the fearful and the limited. And we look to the future with certainty that the way things have always been need not be the way things always are. The tired hegemony of chairship is not something I cherish, but it is a responsibility I take on with all due humility and clarity. The door to the office of the chair will be flung wide open to receive and process the input of our excellent faculty, staff, and students. And to facilitate this input, I have invited our academic success specialist, Carla Cranes, to extend her tenure with us here at Catawampus. And she stands at the ready to process and calibrate the great insights of our stakeholders, however they may manifest themselves. Now, I know you will all join me in wishing Dr. Moody and his family well as they enter this new phase of their lives. I invite you all to extend the very warmest of greetings to Dr. Agnes Davenport as she joins the Catamount family. And I extend my deepest gratitude to every one of you for all the challenging and astonishing work that lies ahead of us all. Be well, my colleagues and students. Be wise, my friends. Be woke, my fellow humans.
Okay. Another email. Dear Darren, turns out my cold was just a cold. I got back into my mother's apartment and got my computer. Here is the image of your wife and the person who I presume is her lover. Do you know who this is? Signed, Richard Scott, P.I.